Okay, well, good evening, everybody. Don't know what's happened to the sunshine. So we'll just need to practice with the sunshine in our hearts tonight. So I hope you've had a good day. It's a little bit cooler. Maybe it's a good way to recover from the sunburn because I was feeling a little bit nippy. So we're just going to bring our attention to the breath and just grounding down through our sit bones. Lengthen through the spine, lifting the crown up towards the sky. And take a nice deep inhale and sigh the breath back out. And again, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just keep going with the breath. Inhale for 5. And exhale for 7. Relax the shoulders, relax the teeth, the tongue, the jaw. Keeping the awareness on the breath. Grounding down. And setting your intention for tonight's practice. With a lovely big smile on your heart. Quietening the body down. And just noticing if you've got any little aches and pains or any little tight spots in the body. Breathe into the tight areas. Breathing the tension out. Breathing in and letting go. Okay. So we're going to draw our attention to our fingers and give them a little wiggle. Circle the wrists. And then inhale the arms up overhead. Taking your gaze upwards and sigh the breath back down. And again, inhale, floating arms. Exhale, back down. Inhale, floating arms. And twisting round to the right, left hand on right knee, gazing over that right shoulder, spine nice and long. 2 deep breaths here. Inhale, floating arms. Exhale, twisting round to the left now, looking over that left shoulder. Inhale, floating arms, twisting back round to the right. Gazing over that right shoulder, relaxing the shoulders, 2 deep breaths. Floating arms, exhale, twisting back round to the left, looking over that left shoulder, 2 deep breaths. And inhale the fingers back up, and let's place the fingers down on the floor in front. Okay, so if your knees are a little bit sore or compromised in easy pose, you can extend them out. So just taking the fingers, and we're going to pivot from the hips, just folding forward, just walking the fingers forward, keeping the head up, lengthen through that spine. Breathe into the side body as well as the spine. And notice which foot you've got in front of the other if you're in easy pose, because that is the hip that you're working into mainly. Okay. You may even be able to bring your elbows down onto the mat. Nice deep Ujjayi breaths. And with your next inhale, bring the fingers back up, swapping the legs. Okay. So fingers in the front. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, creep the fingers forward. Breathing into the hips. You may even want to bring the elbows down. Just noticing what's going on in your body tonight. Okay, with your next inhale, walking the fingers back up, draw the knees in, give yourself a lovely big hug, and let's come up onto our feet for a warm up. Okay. So, just shaking out the wrists. And then circle into the wrists. Opposite direction. And then one way, other. Take a nice big inhale, taking the gaze up, and exhale the arms back. And again, inhale, floating arms, taking the gaze up towards the ceiling, and exhale the arms back. Open up the legs. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, side stretch over. Keeping the gaze upwards. 3 deep breaths here. And then on your next inhale, rising up, swapping the arms. Exhale, side stretch. Taking the gaze upwards. 3 deep breaths, really opening up that side body. On your next inhale, bring the arm up and start to rotate into the shoulder. Use the momentum of the hips. And then slowing down, opposite direction. Okay, opposite arm, taking it back. And then slowing down, opposite direction. Okay, so let's take both arms up, dropping the left in front and the right behind for our windmill arms. And then taking both arms back up, opposite direction. Okay, and shake it out. So spinal twist, come off the back heel, twisting round to the back wall or the back of your mat. You can make it as dynamic as you want it to be. And then slowing down. Okay, so let's bring the feet closer together, rooting down through the feet. And shake out that right ankle. And then start to rotate into the ankle. You need to hold on to something, that's perfectly okay. And then opposite direction. And then we're going to go one way, other, one way, other, one way, other. Flexing the knee. And then swinging the leg forward and back. Okay, so we're going to lift the knee up, take it out to the side and behind. Up, side, behind. Up, side, behind. Up, side, behind. Up, side, behind. Taking a hold of the foot, draw the knees together, open up into the chest, breathing in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sigh the breath back in. Let's shake it. Okay, so root down through that right foot, shaking out that left ankle. And then start to rotate into the ankle. Opposite direction. And then one way, other, one way, other, one way, other. Flexing into the knee. Woo. And then swinging the whole of the leg forward and back. Okay, so we're going to lift the knee up, take it out to the side and behind. Up, side, behind. Up, side, behind. Up, side, behind. Up, side, behind. Take a hold of the foot, draw the knees together. Open up into the chest, breathing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And sigh the breath out, shaking out. Okay, so my mat's taking a little walk to itself. So let's come to the front of the mat and just make sure you can see okay. Okay, so coming to the front of your mat and feet into Tadasana. Okay, just rocking back and forward on your feet. And then lifting the toes up, spread them and plant them down. Okay. Roll through the shoulders. And then take a nice big inhale, slight back bend. And as you exhale, reaching forward, coming into a forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Soften through the knees, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale, reach forward, folding into a standing forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees again, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, standing stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, now just soften the knees here and just allow yourself to dangle. Okay. Just opening up through the side body as well. And then just have a little sway from side to side. Keep the feet balanced. Keep the knees forward. Ujjayi breathing. And then coming back to stillness. Okay. Now, from here, you're going to step the left foot back slightly and coming into a pyramid pose. Now, if you do need to use your blocks, Under your hands, that's perfectly okay if you feel it a wee bit tight. Behind that right knee, you can soften the knee. So we're just coming forward into a forward fold. And the crown should be dropped towards the floor, okay? So your eyes are looking back towards the knees. So you should feel a nice big stretch down the back of that right leg. Ujjayi breathing. Soften that right knee and now step the left foot further back and you're going to come down into a low lunge. So your fingers are in line with your toes. Okay. Knee is above the ankle and then glide the hips back so you get a nice stretch down the front of the leg and along the spine. And then inhale, coming forward, sweeping the arms up, coming into a crescent lunge. Lower the shoulders down, palms facing each other. Nice open heart here. 3 deep Ujjayi breaths. Plant the hands down, fingers in line with the front toes, and glide the hips back and lift through your toes. Now you can use your blocks if you want to walk the hands back on your blocks. Not a problem. You need a little bit more modification. And then inhale, coming forward again and sweeping the arms back up. When you sweep them up, you're opening through the front of the body and getting a nice stretch down the front of that left thigh. 3 deep breaths here. Keep pushing strongly into the right foot as well, the foot that's in front. You'll notice a heat rising, or I do anyway. Plant the hands down, fingers in line with the toes, glide the hips back, lift the toes up. Ujjayi breathing. It's very close tonight. Okay, now come forward, knee above ankle. Place the right hand on the inside of the right foot and sweeping the left arm up. So it's like a good hip opener. Sweeping that left arm up. And then you may want to take it into a bind behind the back. Now, for those that want to do an advanced posture, you can release that right hand and bend the elbow and take a hold of the hands behind the back. Now, I'll show you from the opposite side when we come to that side. So you're using your shoulder quite a lot. Breathing nice and deeply here. And then release. Glide the hips back and lift through the toes. Breathing nice and deeply. Okay, come forward, plant the hands down, and you're going to step back to downward dog. Just pedal out the feet here. So we're going to do the same to the opposite side. Walk the feet towards the hands, so you're coming back into a forward fold. Uttanasana. Okay. Soften the knees, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the hands forward, coming into forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, forward fold. So this time, you're stepping the right foot back, coming into pyramid pose. And again, if you need to use these blocks, that's okay. If you don't have blocks, a couple of books or tins of beans. Use your imagination, as long as it's something nice and safe. Drop the crown towards the mat. So you're not looking at the mat, you're looking to the back of your mat. So your neck is in line with your spine, okay? So you're able to shake your head from side to side and you can nod it and shake it. So there's no restrictions in the neck at all. If you've got tightness behind that front knee, you can soften it. So listen to what's going on with your body.
Nice deep breaths. Ujjayi breathing. And then we're going to step that right foot back and drop the right knee down. Okay. Now glide the hips back. Keep that left foot down. Okay, so we're getting a nice stretch down the front of the leg just now. And then we're going to inhale forward. Okay, so the knee comes back above the ankle and sweep the arms up. Relax the shoulders, palms are facing each other. So coming into our crescent lunge. 3 breaths. And then exhale, the fingers in line with the toes and glide the hips back again. And this time, lift through your front toes. That nice stretch from the hips all the way down the back of the leg. It's great for sciatica, this one. Okay, come forward again. So sweep the arms up, rest, relax the shoulders down. 3 deep Ujjayi breaths, pushing into the front foot as well, so you're not collapsing into the posture. Plant the hands down, glide the hips back, lift through the toes. Nice long stretch out here. And then come forward. So you're going to plant that left hand on the inside of the left foot, okay? And then inhale that right arm up. Okay. Take the arm behind your back, to a bind, so that right hand comes over to the left hip. Now, to take yourself into the bind, you lower the shoulder down in line with your knee, and you take the hand round towards the other one. Okay. You can go underneath, but that's sort of cheating a little bit. So we're just taking the bind here. You can use a strap if you want. And then release the hands, plant the hands down, step back to your downward dog. Pedal through the dog. And then coming to stillness, root the heels down. Press or push the chest towards the thighs, rooting these sit bones up towards the sky. Looking between your feet to the back of the mat. And then look towards your hands and glide the shoulders over the hands, coming into plank pose. 2 deep breaths here. And then push back to downward dog. Drop the knees down and come back into child's pose, your counter pose. Just keep the arms extended out in front. Forehead rests on the mat. Okay. So let's come back into all fours and lower down onto the mat and bring the feet together and bring the hands under the shoulders, setting yourself up for cobra. Okay. So rest the forehead down, but roll these shoulder blades back, elbows tucked in to the ribs. Okay. Take an inhale and start to sweep the forehead forward, rising up onto the belly, onto the hip bones, and exhale slowly back down. Breathing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rising up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rising up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open up the legs, come into crocodile, you're Makrasana. Shimmy the hips from side to side. Okay, bring the legs back together. Take the hands down by your side. Roll the shoulders back and slide the shoulder blades down the spine, clasping the hands together. Okay. So forehead rests down. Hands are resting on the tailbone. Feet together, top of the feet rooted down. And then we're going to inhale, rising up, lifting that chest off the mat, pushing the hands down towards the feet. Exhale, lower back down. Hope you've not had a big dinner tonight. Inhale, sweeping the head forward, shoulders back. Exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, down. Inhale, rising up. Keep the feet rooted down. Exhale, down. Come back into your Makrasana. Okay, so bring the feet back together. Extend the hands out in front. Okay, and start to walk your hands over to the left side of the mat and your feet over to the left side of the mat. So you're going to imagine you're a banana. Okay. So you're opening up the right side of your body because you've walked your hands and your feet over to the left side. So breathe into that right side of the body. Notice internally as well as what's happening externally. Feel the ribs expanding. Feel the muscles in between the ribs, these intercostal muscles expanding. Feel the lungs expanding. Just imagine that lovely oxygenated blood pumping its way around into the lungs, sending energy throughout the body. Okay, so slowly start to walk the hands and feet back to centre and then over to the right side now. Not like me to get mixed up with my lefts and rights, haha. Okay, so you're reaching over to that right side, opening up the left side of the body. So Ujjayi breathing here. Two more breaths. And then start to walk back to the centre. Okay, come back into Makrasana just for a moment to relax and rest and recharge. Okay, so we're going to roll onto our right side. Okay, and we're going to do some side planking. So there's a few modifications here. So bring that right elbow under the right hand and bend the lower knee. Okay, just rest that top leg down. Okay, toes pointing to the front. And then with that left hand, push into that right elbow, reaching up. 3 deep breaths here. Or just whatever your body's telling you to do. And then lower back down. Okay, we're going to swing to the opposite side. Okay, so don't have your back to the camera, and you'll not be able to see what's happening. So lower elbow under the shoulder. Don't have it away out in front, away behind, away in front, or tucked under, because you want to give yourself a correct stability here. Okay, so you're pushing down into your hand, your forearm, and the elbow to strengthen into the shoulder. Lower knee is bent, upper leg is flexed and toes pointing forward. And then inhale, right arm rises up. Aim for 3 breaths, 3 Ujjayi breaths, but again, listen to what's going on with your body. Really imagine that you're pushing your hands through the sky. And then come back down. Okay, come back round onto the right hip again. Now, let's take the feet one in front of the other. Okay, so extend the legs and bring the left foot in front. The upper leg is in front of the lower leg. Okay, so a little bit stronger this time. Make sure the elbow is under the shoulder, hand planted down. You can spread through these fingers, press into the fingers just like you do when you're coming into down dog. And then push into the feet and the forearm. Inhale, rising up, side planking. Aim for 2 breaths here. 2 Ujjayi breaths. And then gently lower down. Okay, come back over onto the left hip. Okay, so upper leg in front of lower leg. Lower elbow under the shoulder. Plant the hand down, spread the fingers, push into the fingers. Releasing that. Right hand push into the forearm and into the feet, into side plank. 2 deep Ujjayi breaths here. Great for strengthening up into the shoulders. Gently lower back down. We're going to come back over to the right side. Now, at any point you want to step it back, that's perfectly okay. So we're going to stack our feet this time. Okay. Elbow under shoulder, spread the fingers, push your fingers into the mat. Stacking the feet. Okay. And then inhale, pushing into the feet, into the forearm, reaching up, side planking, 2 deep breaths here. If you want, you can raise that upper leg up. And let's gracefully come down. Okay, opposite side. If the shoulders a wee roll if they're protesting. So get your alignment right. Okay. Don't rush into this. Elbow under shoulder, spread into the fingers. Okay, stacking feet or whatever modification you want to do. So once you've got your alignment set up, inhale, push into the arm, push into the feet, 2 deep breaths. You may want to raise that upper leg up, entirely yogi's choice. 2 deep breaths, and then lower back down. Okay. Come up onto your bottom. Okay, give the legs a wee shake. In fact, let's come onto your knees. If you've got your strap handy, it'd probably be quite good if you got your strap, or quickly get a dressing gown belt, or a scarf, or a skipping rope that you'll have handy. Just something that's not too stretchy. Even a t-shirt, or your tea towel, your bath towel, your blanket. Okay, so let's take the arms up overhead. Okay, so I mean, you can sit on your blocks just now if you want. Okay, you can do a little a little hero pose on your blocks, or maybe you don't need to sit on blocks for hero pose. So take the hands up overhead. Just not sure if I've got enough room behind me, so I'll just come forward a little bit. My big bottom's falling off the block. Okay, so taking the arms up overhead and open through the arms. So we're going to just, we've been working quite hard on these shoulders there, so I'm just going to do some releasing with you. And then just take the hands back behind the head. Keep the chest nice and open. So you'll notice the shoulder blades coming together. I've actually noticed a little bit tingling in my arms, but that's good because that's just a nerve stretch, so the blood is increasing into my arm. And then bring the hands back up again. Inhale. Exhale, take the hands back to shoulder height now. So nice open chest, shoulder blades drawing together. And then inhale, rising back up. Okay. Take another inhale. Exhale, back to shoulder height, drawing the shoulder blades together. And then slowly, slowly lowering all the way down. Okay, so that's what it feels like when you roll through your shoulders. Okay, so take a hold of the straps again, and then we're slowly going to bring the arms back up overhead. Okay. And then lower the strap in front of the face to shoulder height. Okay, still pulling the strap apart. Inhale, back up overhead. Keep your spine nice and long. Exhale, lower down to shoulder height. Inhale, rising up overhead. Exhale, shoulder height. And then gently lower all the way down. Okay. Roll through these shoulders. How are they feeling? Good. Okay. A bit more shoulder work. So open up into the arms. Sweeping that right arm under left, giving yourself a lovely big hug. Stacking the elbows. And then bring the arms up, coming into a bind. And then inhale, elbows rising up. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, elbows rising up. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, elbows rising up. And exhale, elbows lowered. Okay, release, untangle yourself, open the arms up again, and then left arm sweeping under right. Give yourself a lovely big hug from me to you. Stack the elbows, bring the hands up if you can into a bind, if not, back to back. Inhale, elbows rising. Exhale, elbows lower. Inhale, elbows rise. Exhale, elbows lower. Inhale, elbows rising up. And elbows lower. Release the arms and roll through the shoulders. Just allow the arms to drop down by your side and take your chin onto your chest and just let your head hang. Just gently lengthening through the back of the neck. And then bring the head back up to neutral, roll through the shoulders, and come on to the bottom now. Extend the legs out in front. And we're going to still use our strap here. So you can roll up the back of your mat, or you can roll up your blanket, or you can sit on the edge of a cushion. Entirely at yogi's choice. So we're going to come into a modified Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. What we're doing with this pose is we're lengthening through the backs of the legs, the calves and the hamstrings. We're also lengthening through the spine. So you don't want to be tucking the chin to chest. You want to keep the spine nice and long. So you've got this folding action going on. So if you've got your strap handy, you can take it around the balls of the feet. Okay, now we don't want to lock our knees back. And you want to just lengthen up through the spine just now. Take an inhale and feel as if you're lifting up out of your hips. And as you exhale, start to bend the elbows. So looking forward, keep looking forward. Stop whenever you need to. When you feel it's getting a little bit tight in either the back or the legs. You might even want to creep the fingers down the strap a little bit just by wrapping them around your fingers. So bend the elbows, okay? So this is going to help you come into a more comfortable seated forward fold. Use that Ujjayi breath, and it's also useful to come forward on the exhale, okay? Slowly, slowly. So this can be done when you've got plenty of time, like we do, okay? Keep the chin up. Don't start to tuck the chin to the chest. Your back is going to start rounding. Using the breath. Holding forward. And you might want to come to a point, okay, that your hands are now down towards the feet. You might want to take a hold of the feet, or you might just still want to keep a hold of the straps. It's entirely yogi's choice. And keep your neck in line with the spine, okay? So your gaze, your eyes might be down to your ankles now. Just working with the breath. So for achy low backs, if you've been doing a lot of gardening, this is really going to help stretch the back out. And then you're going to come up on the inhale and then pause. Pause on the exhale. Inhale, rise up. And pause on the exhale. Inhale, rising up on the inhale. Inhale on the inhale. I think you know what I mean. Okay. So now take the hands behind the back. Okay. So you want these hands under the shoulders. So roll the shoulders back, open up into the chest. And we're going to come into an up plank. So push the hands into the mat, point the toes towards the floor. Bring yourself up into plank, yogi's choice, 1, 2, or 3 breaths. Or it could just be an up down. Okay, bring the soles of the feet together, put your hands to the ankles, and rock your bottom towards the heels, which is quite nice. Okay, and then you can hold on to the feet or the ankles and just gently butterfly the knees. Okay, draw the knees together and come down into semi-supine, bring the heels close to the buttocks. Bring the hands down by your sides just now. And then take that right foot and rest it on your left knee. Just allow that knee to fall out to the side. You might even want to use the hand to push it away. Now, hug your left thigh towards you. Keep the shoulders and your head on the mat. So reverse pigeon. And you may even want to extend that left leg up, more like a dead pigeon. And then start to rotate onto that left ankle. You might even want to have a gentle rock from side to side. So it's like a wee massage into your back. And then reverse your foot the opposite direction. Come into stillness. Point the toes towards the ceiling and then pull them back. Point the toes towards the ceiling and then pull them back. Point the toes towards the ceiling and then pull them back. Take that left foot back to the floor and take the right knee completely over the left knee. Open up the arms and then gently drop your knees over to the left, taking the gaze to the right. You could come into cactus arms, goalpost arms. So you're really opening down this right side of the body. Ujjayi breathing. We're just starting to cool down. Last wee bit before relaxation. Okay, so bring the knees back to center and cross the legs. So take that left ankle on top of the right knee. Okay. Take the left hand, just gently pushing that left knee away. Ujjayi breathing. Keep the shoulders on the mat. Notice the belly, rise, ribs, chest. And then hug the right thigh towards you. Keep the shoulders and the head on the mat. So you really feel the length down, the work going on in the thighs and the hips. And then extend that right leg up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Gentle rock of the hips and start to circle into that right ankle. Opposite direction. Okay. And then we're going to point our toes towards the ceiling. Point, point, point. And then flex into the foot. Pulling the toes back towards your face. Point the toes towards the ceiling. And pull the toes back. Point the toes towards the ceiling. And pull the toes back. Once more, point the toes towards the ceiling. And pull the toes back. Okay, bring that right foot down, cross left leg over right, open up the arms to cactus arms, and drop the knees over to the right this time, head comes round to the left. So you're opening up into the left side of the body. Ujjayi breathing. And then bring the knees back to center and cross the legs. And just take the hands onto the belly, just rocking the hips from side to side, or the knees. You might even want to open up the feet a little bit more. And then what you can do, okay, if your legs are a bit tired, you can take legs up the wall, okay, by taking your hip next to the wall and just taking your legs round, okay, or just coming into your normal corpse pose, Shavasana. Entirely up to yourself what you want to do. So just getting ready for relaxation. Just allowing the body to settle down into the support of your mat. And then take your awareness into the feet and tighten up the toes, the feet, the ankles, and let them go.
And bring the awareness now into the calves and the thighs. Tight, 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 and let them go. Bring the awareness into the hips, the abdomen, the low back. Hold it in, squeeze it in, tight, 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 and release. Make fists with the hands and push the hands down towards the feet. Push, 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 and release. Screw up the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the whole of the face. Tight, 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 and release. Just let go. Rest the head back, the shoulders back, the hips, the legs, the hands, the feet. Just feel yourself melting into the mat. Just imagine you're a nice lolly. The sun is shining. You're melting, 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 melting. There's no rigidity. All tension is gone. Body is softening. Tension's on the breath, breathing in for 5 and out for 7. Sigh that breath out. Breathing in for 5 and out for 7. 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 Just allow yourself to go a little bit deeper into your relaxation, not into your stress. Stress is let go. You let it go. You're breathing into your body, feeling totally relaxed, nourished, nurtured, loved, letting go. And you don't want to rush out of relaxation. You want to be staying here for a good 10 minutes, shutting out the external world, feeling the peace and tranquility within your mind, body, and soul, smiling within your heart, and breathing. So setting yourself up for a nice relaxing evening, a wonderful sleep, and have a wonderful day tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Namaste.